Okay, guys, let's get going. Episode 5, big show. Did a lot of prep, so because there's no way I could do this in live time. So it's going to be kind of a Sunday kind of rhythm show. These pot stickers, this is the first time I've ever made the wonton filling from scratch. And I've done a lot of fresh pasta doughs, and those are kind of finicky. It may sound intimidating to make wonton dough. Trust me, on the scale of difficulty, it was a pleasant surprise how easy it is to work with. I'm probably jinxing myself now as we go into the show, but it was not nearly as intimidating. We're just gonna get into everything. So the first thing I'm gonna do is start making the filling for the pot stickers. So go ahead and look here, Mishi. There, I got some ground chicken. This is really open game. Ground pork, ground chicken, that's usually the big two and things like this, so that's what I went with. You're gonna have this is some soy sauce and ginger combination that's going in here. This is the mushrooms and some cornstarch there. I'm just gonna give those a little go. Right, these were, it called for shiitakes, which are low moisture mushrooms. In this case, I could only find creminis, so I wanted to draw some of the moisture out of them. So I actually sauteed these in a little bit of vegetable oil and salt just until they released their liquid and softened a bit. Next in is gonna be the chives. All right, next up now, I did Savoy cabbage, which I like because I don't think it's as thick and not as tough. And in this case, I shredded it very fine, and then I added some salt immediately as I was preparing the dough. And what that salt will do, as it does all the time, is draw out the moisture from the lettuce, which is what you want to do. But it's still kind of on the outside, so I haven't removed it yet. So this is a technique I use when I'm making hash browns. You just put it in a clean kitchen towel, and then you just kind of move it upwards here into a nice little guy where all the stuff's in the bottom, and you just kind of get from the top. And then all you do is just bring that out, and all that moisture will go into the towel and not be in the filling. That goes back in here. Wonderful. And now we have that. And now I'm just gonna give it a little stir. As I'm stirring, I'm also looking at a couple pieces that might show up that you might want to discard that are gonna be a little bit thick, because that is not gonna be, that will make it more challenging to fill if you don't just have a soft, uniform mixture. Okay, I'm gonna show that B-roll footage of Leonard and I yesterday making that dough, the wonton wrapper dough, and how that process went, so you can kind of get a condensed version of that. Oops. All right, going up next, I'm gonna go into the dipping sauce. So first thing is going to be already some soy sauces in the container. And a modest teaspoon of sugar, and then a modest teaspoon of sesame oil. Don't want to overdo sesame oil. Good. And then I have the fresh chopped garlic and very finely minced. Nice. This is some rice wine vinegar that also goes in. It's equal parts soy sauce to rice wine vinegar. And then I like a little dab of the oyster sauce. That just gives a little thickness to the sauce and obviously a lot of flavor as well. So I include that with my dip sauce. All sorts of variations on these. You can, at this point, you can make it have some spice introduced, sliced chilies. All right. So now we are going to transition into making a few pot stickers, so you can start to see that process as well. So I take the gnocchi looking little piece here, and you just simply, as you saw in the video, you just give that a little roll. You get me in the, is the this in the shot? Yeah. Okay. And then yeah, you're getting the ball, and then after you get it twisted around, you just give it a little push. And so you're just gonna go back and forth. Now this is obviously why this is kind of like a Sunday activity. The more assembly line workers you line up, the better. So this is one of those things that people get excited about, working with a fresh dough, and this is why you can get everyone involved who's around. That, as you can see already, you start to develop a touch real fast. That one I felt like already getting a little more flour on there, and it's kneading out better. So I'm doing a little more bench flour this time than I did yesterday with the batch. So as always with doughs, it's a feel thing. So I always kind of come up, you kind of secure the taco here at the top part, and then you kind of work around at the edges, really pinching hard.
Where's Gardner with those
the only pitfall. Yeah, exactly. The only pitfall would be really is if you didn't secure that edge enough, so you really get pinch through there, and it also thins out the dough so it's not so thick on the edge there. I think I'm going to do a GoFundMe on plaid shirts. You guys can send me plaid shirts. I got basically 3 in the lineup, and so already we bat around the order, people. We're back up top. We got this is the Easter special, I call this. Not Morning Glory. And then I have the fall one that has no sleeves that I don't do the roll up, and I actually like the roll up look better. So if you send me a plaid shirt, try to get the long sleeve one.
But what size? Extra large? You cannot do double X.
That's an XL situation for me. Yeah, I think XL is the right way to go with that. As Michelle alluded to, we have a musical guest today. It is Jerry Duran. He is going to be performing a song. I'm going to go ahead and let Jerry maybe introduce the song and why he chose it, maybe if he feels so inclined.
Oh, yes. Papa, do that.
Okay. I'm going to do an old Hank Williams song that he wrote before I was born. Angel of Death. It's an uplifting song here. Okay, here we go. In the great book of John, we're warned of the day when you'd be laid 'neath the cold clay. The angel of death will come from the sky and claim your poor soul when it's your turn to die. When the lights all grow dim and the dark shadows creep, then your loved ones come gather to weep. Can you face them with your dying breath and say that you're ready for your angel? Angel of death, come toil with me angel of death, come steal my last dream. Angel of death, come take me away, 'cause I'm ready for my angel. When the angel of death comes down after you, can you smile and say that you've been true? Can you truthfully say with your dying breath that you're ready to meet your angel? Angel of death, come steal my last dream. Angel of death, come toil with me. Angel of death, come take me away. Yes, I'm ready. Yes, I'm ready, ready, ready. On my knees.
Yeah. All right, Jer.
Jerry?
Woohoo!
Jerry, thank you very much. That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely.
Very moving.
Yeah. That kind of day, I think. I've been like moving in slow motion, and I like it. I think that captured the sentiment of the day here.
It's that kind of quarantine week.
Quarantine week. We were just kind of like, I don't even know what day it is, but it does. Even Sunday has a feel today.
Palm Sunday.
Palm Sunday. That's right. So I'm just gonna do. I'll do probably. Let's see. I'll do 3 more of these, and then we'll get a batch going on the pan. Okay, cool. So there you see, I got the pan going. I don't have it on rip-roaring heat. I just have it on a good medium plus heat. So you'll hear a light sizzle. I don't know if you'll pick up on that.
Medium heat.
Medium heat. And now, as I start to put them in, is when I increase the heat on these guys. You just kind of fan them in this little shape so that they all fit in. They're gonna. You want to avoid obviously any kind of stacking with this fresh dough. And in general, even store-bought pot stickers, because they will stick. So I'm just kind of fanning those about here.
What do you think?
Now that I have all the pot stickers in there, and now you can tilt them up, and when you don't have it too hot, you can actually start to check the color. You could even use a little spatula here, and start to check on where they're coming along. I don't know if you can see that.
It's really pretty.
That's pretty, right? So now we know we're getting it. That was the first one in the pan. I'm gonna check the last one in the pan here. Oh yeah,
Ooh,
right?
Crispy.
So now that we're there, I'm gonna lower the heat just a touch. Now I'm gonna do 2/3 a cup of water, and this is where you want to be ready. You do not want to be looking for that lid at this moment in time.
The lid in hand, water in
So
hand.
you're just going here, right on, all right? No messing around there. That is not where you want to be.
Steam out the
Yeah,
side,
that's dramatic,
your
right?
face. Yeah.
Okay. So, as you can see, as it should be, there's still some water still in the pan. So I'm going to up the temperature now. And yeah, you know, these are already better than yesterday, I can tell. These have got a softer texture. Yep, these are better. So I don't know, you're probably starting to get a look. You're seeing there's a lot, the water very quickly evaporates. And now I want to take it all the way to the point where this starts to re-crisp. Yep. Okay, so I'm gonna lower the heat, and now I'm gonna give a little swirl here to, thank you, Leonard, to the dipping sauce. And now we're just gonna give some of that with a little sprinkling through. Just enough to get a coat layer. And now, same thing is I'm just gonna let that reduce. I'm gonna go really high heat now, reduce that down. Nice. Great shot, Weston. Saw that. Nice job. Nice. Yeah, you can kind of see that thing is just, that's really
pretty.
happy. That's happy right there. All right, so now we're at that point. Now when I've got these things really nice and reduced, now I want to get the other side coated with some sauce. Gonna lower that heat a little bit. And now I'm just moving them in the pan. There you go. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and go over here with the big girl. Actually, right here, kid. Here it is. Boom. Nice. Good. Nice. Yeah, then look at that. All you're doing at this point is then I'm just gonna wipe out the pan, little cleanup, and then we go again. Maybe I'll break into one of these guys.
Yeah, break it open.
I don't think Jeffy's with us today, but he's the one
You'll appreciate
encouraging
this.
that moment. Let's see if we can get the shot. You got that there. Gorgeous, right?
Whoa.
Good things happening.
Yes.
All right, I'll take a little bite. Let's see how hot it is.
Leonard, do you want one of these pot stickers first?
Yeah, much better than yesterday. That was awesome. Nice. So thank you guys. Absolute pleasure, guys. I love doing this.
And then if there's not a lot of questions, maybe Papa will play another song for us.
Yeah.
Here.
Every day when the sun comes up, every day that you're not around, how does that make you feel? I know